A common theme I've been seeing recently is, hey Flossie, why isn't it here already? If you want to know what I think about that and what reasons that it could be as to why it is not here already, then stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to another rousing episode of Spill the Tea Tuesday. My name is Flossie and I am the funniest, wittiest mindset coach here on YouTube. If you would like one-on-one coaching with me, links will be in the description box below, as well as links to like the SP course, Nikki's Manifestation Evaluation Coaching and Mindset Shifting Sessions, and the VIP group where it is lit, legit, and our own mini Vegas where you get group coaching with Nikki and I live. It's pretty dope. And we talk about manifestation. So anyway, everyone keeps asking me where my calendar is from. This is it. Hopefully you can see that. Yep, that's a calendar. I get it on Amazon. Facts. But without further ado, what does the calendar say today? Well, close enough to today. Fuck the haters. Yeah, fuck the haters. I guess that was for Friday. Oops. But yeah, fuck the haters. Anybody in your 3D reality who is saying shiznit, not in line with your manifestation, what they say can go right here, because we don't give a fuck what people who are spiritually asleep have to say about us getting our shit. And for this upcoming weekend, holding on to that luck shit. Yeah, because you guys are lucky as fuck. Period. Facts. So anyway, I'm already starting to get myself confused. Having said that, topic of the day is, why isn't it here already? Well, why isn't it here already? Could be quite a few different things. So let's go. 1, what are you expecting? So we're going to talk mostly about specific person because that's what I get asked or see the questions about. Why isn't it here? Where's the manifestation? But specific person, what are you expecting with your specific person? So if you were to text, ask yourself these questions. If you were to text your SP, call your SP, or see SP, run into them out on the street, what do you think would happen? If you're thinking that they would block you, ignore you, not answer the phone, not say anything to you, tell you to get the fuck out of their way, then your dominant thought may not be of you being in a relationship, you being together, or that person being madly in love with you. So does your thought about those questions have to be that they would call, text you, that they would respond to you, that they would be nice to you, hug you if you saw them out on the street? No. But sometimes if you're really like, oh no, hell no, they would instantly block me. Yeah, you need to have some more work to do about making your dominant thought in line with what you want to experience. So the other thing is your mental diet really in line with whatever it is that you want to manifest? Is it? Is it really? I have a lot of people say, yeah, my mental diet's totally clean. Okay, well, how do you feel most of the day? No, I'm not saying that you have to fucking feel it real. Let's just get that shit straight right out of the gate. But how are you feeling most of the day? If you're neutral, or if you're in a good mood, or you're going through the day and it's okay, and you're like la 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 la, okay, your mental diet probably is pretty good and you're noticing those thoughts and flipping them. If you are like literally feeling anxious, irritable, some kind of way, you are angry, frustrated. What are you angry, frustrated about? What do you feel maybe anxious about? What are you feeling uneasy about? Quickly put your attention to what you're thinking when you feel that way. Chances are you might be thinking something that's not in line with what you want to manifest, and you've been having a bunch of subtle ass, sneaky ass thoughts that Felicia's drumming up that need to go in here, that are sneaking under that radar that you're not even aware. You're just having this whole bunch of bullshit going up in here that isn't in line with what you want to experience. I actually had a client once tell me that they don't have any negative thoughts, but they felt like shit most of the time. Yeah. Turns out they were having a bunch of negative ass thoughts that they just weren't even aware of until they started putting their attention. When they were in a bad mood, if they started noticing that they were not jolly as fuck, they'd be like, okay, what am I thinking about? And guess what? It was something negative about their manifestation. Yeah, something negative, something that needed to go in the fucking trash can. Facts. Literally. So the other thing is, are you making your manifestations conditional? Yeah, I've got a list. I got a list of shit that I wanted to talk about. But are you making the manifestations conditional? watch the video that I made on divine timing about a month or two ago, where I talked about, you know, sometimes when someone is manifesting a specific person, especially if there's like a third party, they've got all these scenarios that they think must happen for them to get their manifestation, like that there has to be some catalyst, and the SP and the third party have to break up, and then the SP's got to grieve the third party and realize that, you know, the SP wants this person, the manifester, and come rushing in. What are you trying to create your own 6 to 8 months delay for? No, SP could literally this second decide they want to be with you and do whatever they need to do to reach out to you. You could literally run into your SP at a party, and that could be what gets it going. Who knows? We're not going to like try to control the how you're going to get your manifestation, but make sure you're not making your manifestation conditional on something like whether you feel like you need to be prettier, lose weight, have more money, have a perfect situation going on financially, situationally for them to come in. No, you can have your manifestation right now. Manifestations are separate. If I want to manifest a Mercedes and a BMW, I can manifest them both at the same time. One of them is not conditional on the other, fucking period. So don't make your manifestations conditional on each other or have some bizarre situationship that must happen for you to get your manifestation. Circumstances don't matter. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances are. I don't care if you're in different countries. You don't necessarily have to have that visa in order to be in a relationship. There are things that can happen, things that can move for you to get the manifestation in ways that you could not even fathom with your teeny tiny puny human brain, because your God self is limitless and infinitely wise. But us, we have a teeny tiny puny human brain, couldn't even possibly, if we spent years thinking, fathom all the different ways that we could possibly get our manifestation. So, excuse me, don't necessarily be causing your own fucking delay by thinking that something must happen or occur for you to get your shit. That's one of the biggest things I see people doing, besides not having a clean mental diet, is that they think that the manifestation must unfold in a certain way, period, when it does not. The other thing is, and you guys are going to know who you are, you affirm for 5 minutes, you feel a little good about your manifestation, and then you are like, where the fuck is it? Okay. Sometimes, you know, I get that you're affirming and persistent, and maybe you've done it for a few days, and that's cool, but sometimes you have to just sit the fuck down and be a little patient. Why? Because it took you a hot minute to get in the boat you're in. It may take you a hot second to get the fuck out of it. Is it going to take you years or as long as it took you to get in it? No, because you're saturating your mind with the repetition of thought, aka affirming, looping thoughts. However it is that you're doing that, you're having a repetition of thought, you're keeping your mental diet clean, and you make your dominant thought about the topic what you want to experience. But can you just expect your manifestation if you're at that point in your journey and have it show up? If yes, there's things I have literally typed the words out on my phone or said them come out of my mouth and literally had the manifestation show up like that. But it was something I didn't really have a ton of resistance to either, period. So can you just have shit show up? Can it show up right away? Can it show up immediately? Can it show up in 3 days or less, overnight, at a snap of a finger? Yes, it can. However, if you're looking under every fucking rock for your manifestation, what are you doing? You're creating your own delay. Why? Because you're constantly reaffirming yourself till you don't fucking have it. Every time you're like, where's my shit? Where's my shit? Guess what? You're just saying, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. Now, you can look at the 3D when, you know, you're living in it and be like, yeah, this is an old story. I'm not going to give a fuck. I'm going to, continue to affirm and persist. But there's a big difference in between being like, where is it at? I'm going to look under every single thing on this table till I find it. No. Got to calm down a little bit and realize, like I said, took you a hot minute to get in that boat, may take you a hot second to get out. Just got to be patient and keep affirming and persisting and not having yourself cause a delay. I mean, like some of y'all are looking under every rock like you're a fucking excavationist or an archaeologist looking for the lost mummy. You're like looking under every rock to see what the fuck you can find. No, your SP's not under the rock, okay? Stop fucking with the rock. And put the negative thoughts in the trash. Stop acknowledging you don't have it. And keep affirming and persisting until you get what you want. Now, do we know exactly why manifestations unfold in the way that they do, or why they take the amount of time that they take? There's theories on it. A lot of it, I think, is just based on our own assumptions. I have the assumption that everything in my 3D reality unfolds in the most beautiful way possible for me. Period. Now, you know, we have a lot of assumptions based on TV, what we see, what we're exposed to, what we were taught as kids, family, whatever, about relationships, money, the things that we're manifesting. And so sometimes we just have to let some of those go. Yes, there can be a natural progression. Most likely, if you're affirming and persisting that you're married to your specific person, you're not going to wake up with, you know, a ring on and having had 3 kids and not remember the last 10 years. That's not how it's going to work. That wouldn't seem natural to you. And so things are still going to unfold in a natural way to you. And so that potentially could be why it can take a few minutes to get your manifestation, even if it is your dominant thought about that topic, even if you have a clean mental diet. It is still going to unfold in a way that seems natural to you. And that's just the way that it is. So I try not to put anything limiting on any of you guys. Can you have SP show up as a snap of a finger? They could be ringing your doorbell. You could be affirming right now. And they could ring your doorbell completely out of the blue and you'd have no clue. But it might be that you run into them someplace. It might be that, I mean, you never know when you're going to run into somebody, and that's all I'll say about that. Period. But your manifestation is just going to unfold in a way that seems natural to you. And sometimes we don't know what has to move for us to get the manifestation. I mean, I didn't want to take a test once and a whole international test taking platform shut down for 12 hours. It was literally tweeted about. And my test date and time kept moving until when I wanted to take it. Wasn't really affirming and persisting that my test would move. I just wanted to take my test at a certain date and time. And that shit happened till I got my manifestation. But it was a weird unfolding. I went to try to take my test and couldn't take it. Literally was freaking out because I couldn't take the test. And that was the time I had to take it. So we don't always know how we're going to get our stuff. But at the end of the day, I got what I wanted. I got more study time. It wasn't too big of a deal. And so there you go. But my teeny tiny puny human brain wouldn't have thought that the international test-taking platform, Proctorio, would have literally stopped being able to check IDs. Now, I manifested that because the test moved to the date and time I wanted, but manifestation is always perfect. Everything's a manifestation. Firm and persist. You're going to get your shit. Just keep that mental diet clean. Make sure you're not having sneaky thoughts under the radar, that you're not, every time you see a couple or something, wondering where the fuck your shit is, or where's your SP, or, you know, getting mad about SP for XYZ. That's not really having a clean mental diet. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. Put the negative thoughts in the fucking trash and stop looking under every damn rock for your fucking shit. Be a little patient and keep affirming and persisting. There is always a movement, and when you get that manifestation, you're going to find out what that movement was. Probably SP's climbing up the walls, constantly thinking about you, and you just need to chill out and know that it's yours and it belongs to you, and keep persisting in it and let it conform. Let it conform. So I hope this video is helping to you. Sorry if I'm being a little rambly, but affirm, persist, get your fucking shit, period. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.